Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good
We will,
afternoon, sir.
good afternoon to everyone. We have been discussing in the previous class about root stability criteria. We will be continuing that. We have seen one of the difficulties till date. I will just brief you through that and we'll continue so that you get a continuity for the problem. Okay. So last class we have seen one difficulty one where we have written s raised to 5 plus s raised to 4 etc. is equal to 0. You have found that one of the column in the first column, the element here s cube, this turns to be 0. So once this turns to be 0, so it is very difficult for us to further continue to do with the root stability criteria. So we have to use the first method that is called as the difficulty 1 method, that is substituting s is equal to 1 by z. So we have substituted z is s is equal to 1 by z, and then we have simplified it. We got the equation 5s raised to 5 plus 3s raised to 4 plus 2s cube plus 2s square plus z plus 1 is equal to 0. So all of you have completed that, and then we also found that by solving by root stability criteria, we found that there is a sign change, and since there is a sign change, we told that the system is unstable. Further, if some cases this method also might not work out for the problem, so you may have to do with another way of doing it. You have to go for s plus 1 multiplied by the characteristic equation. So you can see that s plus 1 multiplied by s raised to 5 plus s raised to 4 plus 2s cube plus 2s square plus 3s plus 5 is equal to 0. So you have got the equation for the s to the power of 6, 2s raised to 5 etc. Plus 5 is equal to 0. So by root array you can write it as s to the power of 6, s to the power of 5, s raised to 4, s cube, s square, s raised to 1 and s raised to 0, and you are going to write the coefficients. First is 1, second coefficient is 2, that you have written it down, third 3, then you have 4, 5, 8 and then 5. So you have to use the method and find out all these coefficients here, and you have to check whether any negative sign appears here. So here this is a change over sign, that is from positive to negative and then again negative to positive. So you can all see that a change in the sign, that is from plus to minus and minus to plus. So I think all of you might have completed. From this also observation, what you can see, there is a change in sign, and you can say that the system is unstable. Okay. So either this method you can use multiplying s plus 1, or you can use the method of substituting 1 by z. So any of the methods you can use it and check whether the system is, first you go for 1 by z. If this method also fails, then you go for s plus 1 multiplication. So this is what the difficulty one is all about. So we will you all of you have completed this problem, correct, in the previous class itself? All of you have completed this problem in the previous class itself?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so we will continue that. So this statement you can just note down. So this is the difficulty one, and now after this we'll be now discussing the difficulty two. So that statement you can write, since the two sign change in the first column. So you can see all the things are observed in the first column only. Okay, that is very important. So there are two roots with positive real parts, as the system is unstable. So you can say that the system is unstable. Okay, just note down those points. Let us go with difficulty 2. So when the problem is given to you, you will not be knowing that whether it is difficulty 1 or difficulty 2. You have to start solving as normal method of solving the roots stability criteria. So you have to just proceed in the same method. But when you keep solving, no, you see that one of the element goes to 0 or some entire row goes to 0. So then only you can say that, okay, I have to solve it with difficulty 1 or I have to go with difficulty 2. So that is what the conclusion you have to come. In the starting itself, nowhere it will be given in the problem that whether it is difficulty 1 set of problems or difficulty 2 set of problems. You will be just asked to find out the root Hurwitz criteria or root stability criteria for the function or for the characteristic equation, that is any equation whatever it comes to you. So here it is s to the power of 6, 2 s to the power of 5, 8 s raised to 4 plus 12 s cube plus 20 s square plus 16 s plus 16 is equal to 0. So this is what you have to investigate. That whether the system is stable, unstable, marginally stable, what is the case here, you have to find out. Using Routh's criteria, investigate the stability of the closed loop system. So you can just solve as usual. You have to write s to the power of 6, s to the power of 5, s raised to 4, s cube, s raised to square, s raised to 1 and s raised to 0 down in the column. And the coefficients you have to write, that is 1, 2 down to that 8, then you have to write 12 down to that 20, then 16 down to that, and last term 16. As normal case of doing the Routh stability criteria, you keep solving it. So you can start doing this problem. We will explain it. This is the problem where you will get the entire row to be 0. You will see that once keep on solving as normal. So you will find that the entire row goes to 0. In the previous case, what you have seen, only one of the first column, the element went to 0. So, but here the entire row will go as to be 0 and you will not be able to further continue it further. So, you have to use this method in order to do this. That is called as the difficulty 2 method for Routh's stability criteria or Routh's criteria, Routh-Hurwitz criteria. So all of you note down this first row, all of you will get that. Then you can just write the coefficients here as well. So you will get both the things. Then try to find out what are the values you are going to get. 2, 12 and 16 you got. You can solve it. When you solve it, you will get 2, 12 and 16. Say, inform your friends to, if they have not joined, inform them to join, because all the things will be tracked and it will be difficult for them in the later stage. So inform them to join to the classes at the earliest. So, so we have seen that these concepts are also very important. So to find out the system is stable or unstable. So all of you have completed. You got the coefficients 2, 12 and 16. Okay, you are doing it. So I will wait for some time so that you complete that, and the entire row should go to 0. You check it out if that case. So comes no, you have to use the difficulty 2. So you can just imagine that it will be a 10 marks question. So they will not give you straightforward Routh stability criteria or all those things. Some they will, for the question paper, they will try to enhance your knowledge level. So they will go with difficulty 1 or difficulty 2 related problems which can be solved for 1 or 2 steps extra is required to find out the stability of the system. Most of the cases. So if you don't know that you have to use difficulty 1 or difficulty 2, you get stopped there. You are not able to continue further for the Routh stability criteria. So it's very important for you to understand each and every concept. So as you might have seen in control system, the subject is pretty easy. Only thing is that you have to understand the concepts and make use of it at the when the problems comes in front of you. So try to solve more number of problems. Even I have given you a lot many problems to solve. So those things, even so many materials has been also kept for you to go through. If any extra problems you are interested, you can, even with solutions it is available. So you can just go through all those things in the file section, it is there. So you have to make use of all these things. If you get some extra problems and all, you can also put it there. There is no restrictions. It is all learning process. Okay. So you should put it in a systematic way with the problem and its solution as well. So we have seen all the things here. I think all of you might have completed by this time.
Yes, sir.
So all of you got the coefficients, you 2, 12, 16 and 0, 0 it came.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So it came till 0, 0. So you are not able to solve it further. Now we have to use the difficulty 2. So let us see that since a row of zeros appear in that complete row will be there of zeros. So appearing predominantly, we have from the auxiliary polynomial using the coefficient s to the power of 4. When you solve for s to the power of 4, you found that it is coming 0 for the entire row. Okay. Now how to solve it? This is very important. All of you listen carefully how to solve it. It's very easy. So we got the just before to this 0, 0, we got 2, 12 and 16. These coefficients are very important. So let us see. It is at s raised to power of 4. So we got 2, 12 and 16. So what you have to write is, you have to write as. You are defining that entire equation. As is equal to, this is the coefficient 2. So 2s to the power of 4. Start with 2s to the power of 4. Here, because it is in s to the power of 4. If it was in s to the power of 6, you would have written 2s to the power of 6. Now here it is s to the power of 4. You are going to write 2s to the power of 4. This will not be s to the power of 3. It will be 12s square. You have noticed all these things. 2s to the power of 4, it will come, this will be 12s square, and the coefficient 16 has to be written. So why it has been written like that, you may be thinking.
Sir,
here
good
also,
afternoon, sir.
yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Sir, good afternoon. GS sir.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir. You can hear me now, sir?
GJS?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
GJ.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
GJS?
Yes, sir.
Here. I can hear. Good afternoon. How are you?
Yeah, good afternoon, sir. Fine, sir. Fine, sir.
Can you display the PPT, GJ, just for a second?
Yeah, sir. This is the content, sir, which I am explaining. That is the Routh stability criteria, Routh array, where we are going to find out. Yeah, sir. Where we are going to find, sir. You
Which
can
module,
hear me,
GJ?
sir. This is fourth module, sir.
I can hear. Which module?
Fourth module. Fourth module.
GJS?
Module 4, sir.
Fourth module.
Yeah, yeah.
Module 4. CO4 will come, it seems.
Yeah, sir. CO4 will come, sir.
Knowledge level, GJ?
Sir, that also
K4,
will be 4, sir. K4 will come because it's all
K4.
problematic. Yeah, problematic, sir.
Analyzing will come.
Yeah, analysis will come.
Right.
Yeah, sir.
Please continue.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. So here you can see that we have end up with the coefficient 0 here. Entire row becomes 0. So how to write that equation? So here when the coefficients are s to the power of 6, 2s raised to 5 plus 8, s raised to 4, etc. So we have written the coefficients in this form 1, then you have written down to that 2. So then you have written 8 and down to that 12. Similarly, when you are writing the equation also, that is the reverse process of that. So when you are writing the equation, you have since the entire row is 0, so you have the coefficients just about to that. You have 2, 12 and 16. So since you have the coefficient 2, 12 and 16, now you have to come out with the equation, and then you have to take the differentiation of that. So that is the method called as the second difficulty when it arises. That is when the entire row becomes 0, you get stuck there. You are not able to solve it further. So when you are not able to solve it further, you have to use this difficulty 2 method in order to continue the problem further. So that is what you can see here. You have 0, 0 here, so 2, 12 and 16. So let me just write this equation. Understand carefully. Don't make mistake in writing this equation. A of s is equal to, you have to take this coefficient s to the power of 4, then 12 will come with s square, and then it will be 16. So that is how you have to write the equation here. And after writing the equation, the difficulty 2 method states that you have to take the differentiation for that. So you need to differentiate the equation. So it is 2s raised to 4 plus 12s square plus 16 can be differentiated. You get it as 8s cube plus 24s. Students, you are able to hear me, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
sir.
fine. So you can take the differentiation for that. So it is 8s cube plus 24. Yes. So all of you can complete till here, and then we will try to explain it further by using this differentiation of that equation. So all of you understood that when zeros come, how to rewrite the equation? From this coefficient,
sir.
you need to write it down. Okay, so it has to be, don't make mistake by writing 2s raised to 4 plus 12s cube and all. It is 2s raised to 4 plus 12s square itself. So you will have to write then 16 like that. You have to write it because the same method you have followed when you are writing the coefficient for s to the power of 6 and s to the power of 5. Okay, so this is what it is. So the coefficients are 8 and 24. So when you do the differentiation, you get 8 and 24. And so what you have to do, listen carefully, you have to replace the zeros of s cube row. Now what, here you have got zeros, no? So you have to replace those zeros by the coefficients 8 and 24. So I am going to rewrite it. So the same thing once again you write it. Draw this once again. Don't override that. You have to draw this once again. Draw the entire diagram once again. So that is s to the power of 6, s raised to 5, s raised to 4, x raised to 3, s raised to 2, and s raised to 1, and s raised to 0. The same thing. 1, 8, 20, 16, 2, 12, 16, 2, 12, 16. Instead of 0, 0, you write 8 and 24. So this is 0, 0. So you are replacing 0, 0 with 8 and 24. So that is what you can see here. I have replaced 0, 0 with 8 and 24. That is coefficients of dA by ds. dA of s by ds. After that, do the simplification as normal what you have studied. It's a very simple method. Only student has to remember that you have to write the equation for a of s properly, differentiate it, write the coefficients, replace the zeros with the coefficients 8 and 24, do the Routh-Hurwitz criteria as normal. So do it. What are the coefficients what you will get for s square? Do the process as normal for what you have done before, Routh stability criteria, and let me know what are the values you're going to get there. So what are the coefficients you are going to get there? What are the numbers you're going to get there for s to the power of 2? Are you still doing it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, complete it and let me know that. So is that completed? What are the values you are going to get? These are the same thing what you have written before, only 8 and 24 you replace this, multiply 8 into 20, 8 into 12 minus 2 into 24 divided by 8. How much it is coming? How much it is coming? Just respond to me.
6, sir.
6. Okay. What is the other value?
16.
6 and 16. Okay. Correct. It's correct. Have you got 8 by 3?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is the next value?
16, sir.
16. Okay, fine. So what you can see now it is time for us to make an observation. You have to make sure that this is the column you have to take. So this is the entire column you have to take, and you have to check. Is there any sign change? Is there
No,
any sign
sir.
change? No sign change. The system is stable or unstable? If there is no sign change, the system is
Stable.
stable system. Correct. So the system is stable. So we are going to see that there are no sign changes in the first column of the entire root array. The equation has no roots with positive real parts, and solving the auxiliary equations A is equal to 0. So we can just continue that. All of you have completed this. Little more you have to do here. This theory part you can write it there. So you can see that it is the system is stable only, but we call it as marginally stable. Okay. So you can see that how it is. There are no sign change in the first column of the entire root array. The equation has no real roots with positive real parts. Solving the auxiliary equation. So what you have to do is A of S is equal to 0 you should put. So you'll get when you solve it, this equation, you get roots. Okay. You have to solve 2s square s raised to 4 plus 12s square plus 16 is equal to 0. So when you solve it for the roots, you'll get s is equal to plus or minus j2 and plus or minus j root 2. The characteristic equation has 4 non-repeated roots. So you can see that it has 4 non-repeated roots on the j omega axis, and no roots will with positive real parts. So that's the reason we call it as system is marginally stable. So what will happen here? You can see plus or minus j root j2 and plus or minus j root 2. So what will happen if you take the system, and if you start to understand it, you have this axis, and you can see that the roots will lie on the j omega axis. This is the j omega axis, and this is sigma axis. So what will happen? It will lie on the j omega axis. So since it lies on the j omega axis, we call it as marginally stable system. So the system is said to be marginally stable. These roots on the j omega axis are responsible for the row of 0. So in the S cube row. So this is the process, and you can say that the system is marginally stable. So since the roots you calculate, that is when you substitute AS is equal to 0, you get S is equal to plus or minus J2 and plus or minus J root 2. You make sure that there are roots which are formed, that is in the that is on top of the j omega axis, and you can say that it is marginally stable. So let us go with, you can note down these points and let us see a problem here. Refer the characteristic equation given by s to the power of 4 plus 25 s cube plus 15 s square plus 20 s plus k is equal to 0. So determine, so you complete all these points. So they are asking you to determine, see here, here one small difference is there. Here it is k, here it is k is not known to you. So they are asking you to find out k. So we can see that how to go with it. So the range of value of k so that the system is stable. So they are asking that what value of k if you get, the system can be called as a stable system. The value of k so that the system is marginally stable. So which value of k you can get it so that the system will be marginally stable. So you have to make a conclusion here by solving this problem. What if, like for example, if k is greater than 100, you can say that it will be a stable system. If k is less than 100, you say that, I'm saying an example, say that it is a unstable system or marginally stable system. So you have to find out the value of k for which the system is stable or marginally stable. As per that, you have to do the calculations. So all of you completed writing the question. You complete the question, then we will see the same method of doing the Routh stability criteria. You can proceed to solve it. All of you have completed question?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All of you write down the question. S raised to 4 plus 25 s cube plus 15 s square plus 20 s plus k is equal to 0. So let us respond to this problem and check whether the system is stable, marginally stable or unstable, or for what value of k the system goes to be stable. So that is what we are going to see now. So continue that question, marginally stable and the frequency of sustained oscillation if applicable. So complete that problem. So you can see that s to the power of 4, s cube, s square, s raised to 1 and s raised to 0. So we have written 1, 15, k, 25, 12 and then 25 and 20. So this all things we wrote. You find out the next values and write it there. You will get 14.2 and k. Still you need to do further. You write everything in terms of k itself. Okay. So if this kind of problems come, you have to do it in terms of k, and you know that if the entire column is positive, you know that the system is stable. If there is a sign change, if one of the element in the entire first column is one of the element comes as negative, or there is a sign change, you call the system to be unstable. And some cases will come where the system will be marginally stable. So 14.2 and k you will get when you do the calculation. Then further simplification will give you 20 minus 1.76 k. So write it in terms of k itself. What is the last value you will get? You can just find out. So 20 minus 1.76 k into k divided by or minus 14.2 into 0 divided by 20 minus 1.76 k. So what is that value you got? Last one, any one of you have done? It's not difficult. What will be the last value? Because it terms gets cancelled out. What is the last one? S to the power of 0, what you will get? Yeah, Chinmay, what is the answer for that? Last one, last S to the power of 0, what you're going to get? Have you completed or you're doing still?
I'm doing, sir. 1 minute.
Okay, completed. Anyone has completed can say what is the answer for the last thing. When you do the 20.20 minus 1.76 k into k minus 14.2 into 0 divided by 20. So this terms gets cancelled. It is very simple. So what is that value? Anyone has completed?
K, sir.
K. That's it. K you will get. So so you'll be getting K. So once you complete it, you can see that you have to say that the stability. So here you have K, here you have 20 minus 1.76. So how the system will become stable when all the values are positive. So here 20 minus 1.76 K has to be positive and this K also has to be positive. So what you can say here for stability, what is the condition? You have to write the statement like this: 20 minus 1.76 k has to be always greater than 0. So k should be always less than 11.36. This k has to be greater than 0. So we are writing k has to be greater than 0. Then if all the conditions are satisfied, then you can say that the system is stable. So this system is stable for 0 less than k less than 11.36. So you'll get it as 0 less than k less than 11.36. So when k is equal to 11.36, exactly 11.36, the system should be told as marginally stable. And the auxiliary equation will come as you have seen. What will happen? The entire thing will be 0. The entire the row will become 0 when it is 11.36. So what you have to write, the auxiliary equation will be 14.2 s square plus 11.36 s. So when you find the solution for that equation, you will get it as s is equal to plus or minus j 0.896. So when you get this value, you can say that it will be marginally stable. So you are asked to see that when the system will be stable and when the system will be marginally stable. So when the system will be stable, when it is 0 less than k less than 11.36, and the value of k when it is 11.36, you can say that the system will be marginally stable because the entire row will convert to be 0, and you have to write the auxiliary equation. And when you find the roots like we have done in the previous, when you find the roots of the equation, you can see that s will be plus or minus j 0.894, and which lies on the j omega axis. So you can say that the frequency of sustained oscillation is 0.896 radians per second. So it's a different type of a problem which you have seen now, to where the k value is to be found, and you have to say that whether the system is stable or marginally stable. Is that clear for all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then we can proceed with the next problem. Refer the characteristic equation given by s to the power of 4 plus k s to the power of 3 plus 2s square plus k plus 1 s plus 10 is equal to 0. Determine. So this also you need to determine whether the system is stable or how it is, all those things. So let us see that. Determine the range of k so that the system is stable. Value of k so that the system is marginally stable. And the frequency of sustained oscillations. So write down this problem. You need to do the same way how you did this previous problem. You can just put the values and you can start doing it. It's all in k, so you'll be getting everything in k, and you need to simplify it. So whatever I have discussed till today, all the 6 problems and root stability criteria, all those bounded input, bounded output, all those things what we have discussed in module 4, you need to get ready for it for your internals. All these things will be there for your internals, and second module, third module complete, and fourth module, whatever we have discussed till today, till this problem, which we are doing it now. So we have so k we have to find out. We have written the coefficients 1, then k down 2, k plus 1, and 10. You can simplify it. K into 2 minus 1 into 1 plus k plus 1 divided by k. So you'll get k plus 1 divided by k first term. Then k into 10, 1 minus 1 into 0 divided by k, you'll get it as 10. These are all very easy to solve it. You cannot, no need of my calculator and all. You should be able to do it within your mind itself. So you'll get k minus 1 by k and 10. Rest of the coefficients you find out. So some of the quizzes and all I have given, you can complete those things, and assignment based on all these things what we have discussed, it is also there. All of you must complete those things, whatever it is given for you. So tomorrow is the last date, I think. So when you solve it, k minus 1 by k into k plus 1 minus k into 10 divided by k minus 1 by k, you will get it as minus 9 k square minus 1 by k minus 1. Any one of you got it? Minus 9 k square minus 1 by k minus 1. Have you completed that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what is the last one? again you need to multiply minus 9 k square minus 1 by k minus 1 into 10 minus this term divided by this term. So what is that last one?
10, sir.
10. So all of you have completed it 1, 2, 0, 10 and k plus 1, k minus 1 by k, 10 minus 9 k square minus 1 by k minus 1 and 10 you will get. So now we have to see that whether the system is stable, unstable and marginally stable. Same method what you have done. So this term, this k minus 1 by k minus 9 k square minus 1 by k minus 1 all has to be positive to be called as a stable system. So that is what condition we are going to write. First we are going to write k should be greater than 0. First one. Then what you have to see, now it is k minus 1 by k. So what it has to be, k minus 1 by k has to be greater than 0 for the stable system. So when you find that, when you solve it, you will get k has to be greater than 1. That is not enough. You have to make sure that minus 9 k square minus 1 by k minus 1 also should be greater than 0. So when you solve it, you'll get minus 9 k square minus 1 greater than 0, or you will get k is greater than or equal to plus or minus j 1 by root of 1 by 9. So these values you will get. So for the values k greater than 0, k greater than 1, then k greater than or equal to plus or minus j root of 1 by 9, all these things you can say that the system will be a stable system. So this condition you can write it so you can write it for a linear system k is always real, and hence the last condition cannot be. So one, that is what I wanted to specify here. You can see that here it is coming plus or minus. So here if it is a positive term, it will be a stable system, but if it is a negative term, it becomes a unstable system. So it is not giving the clear thing because it is a imaginary number. So k has to be always real. It cannot be a imaginary number. So please note down this thing. These two cases has been satisfied properly, that is k greater than 0 and k greater than 1 is having no problems because it is real and it is satisfying the condition being a positive number. But here it is going to be an imaginary number and it is not be a being to be a real number. So since k is always a real, and hence the last condition cannot be met. So it is not possible because of the reason that it is a it is a imaginary value by any real value of k. So the system is unstable. So if you would have got some value like k greater than or equal to 100 and all like real values, then you could have told that the system is a stable system. But in this problem, since the k is an imaginary number and it is not a real, it is not real here. So we have to say that the system will be not always positive at that point of time, and it will be a unstable system. So it will not, since it is not a real number, you can say that the system goes to be unstable. So this is what the conclusion you can make for that. So this problem goes to be unstable system. So all of you can make a note of this. That is very important. Here, what you have to understand is k has to be always a real number, and since here it is coming greater than or equal to plus or minus j root of 1 by 9, so you have to go with unstability. All of you have completed that?
Yes, sir.
Is that clear for everyone? All the difficulties, stability, instability, everything? root stability criteria clear for everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So just you can note down this heading. We will be doing this in the next class, that is after the internal exam. You can just note down this heading. This is quite interesting. Make sure that you come out with the graph sheets and all those things just after the internal exam. So it will be helpful for you. So you can just write down introduction to root locus techniques. So with this, I will wind up for today. We will take up after the internals. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.